Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How everyone is doing? Get in the chat, you lazy gits. Get in the chat. It's finished. It's finished. West Ham United 2, Liverpool 2. 4 goals. Bit of a drab first half. Went 1-0 up. Bowen scored with a header. I don't know what Liverpool are doing at the back defending, but let's go to the beginning. I thought we'd get whacked in this game last night, but when I saw the team lineup, it was weird. The big guns, Salah, Nunes, they were all missing, weren't they? Slobberslai, he was missing. So, and then we looked fairly strong, didn't we? We had the front four were kind of there on the team sheet again. Looked weak at centre-backs with Oggy and Zuma, so wasn't sure what was going to happen, but the first half was fairly flat, atmosphere was fairly flat. Bowen scored, one of the smallest people in the box got the header in ahead of all these big Liverpool defenders, so we were 1-0 up. Yeah, and that was it, and then the second half was pretty lively. Liverpool were much on top for at the beginning of the second half, so Liverpool came out sort of a bit more about them than in the first half, really. Robertson scored, Diaz assist, 48 minutes. And then obviously own goal, 65th minute, Areola, Souček, Kufal, they're all involved in that. The ball bingy all about. And then Souček went off, and then Antonio scored with a good header from a Bowen cross. And that was that, everyone, in terms of the stats. 72% possession Liverpool, 28% West Ham, that's about normal. 12 attempts, 28 Liverpool, 12 attempts West Ham. We had 9 shots on goal, they had 8. We had more shots on goal than Liverpool. So, yeah, both teams obviously have had a mixed end to the season, not really consistent, both teams, And Liverpool third at the moment, West Ham are 8th, point behind Newcastle, 2 games in hand. So listen, what does that say? This is a game, if you remember, looks like both managers will be leaving. Klopp definitely will be leaving. He's put it on record. Moyes looks like he's leaving as well. So that's why I didn't quite know what mindset the players would have. You don't know, do you? Both managers are going. Saw a lot of things going on at Liverpool. Who saw that fight touchline? Looked like Salah and Klopp. But then someone's telling me it started off between Salah and Gomez, then it went Salah and the Klopp. I've never seen that before. That's embarrassing for Liverpool. Salah's usually quite a cool character. So that's quite interesting to see. And then for West Ham, I felt that we were going to kind of struggle after 60 minutes because we got no subs, things like that. I think, what did Moyes do? Did he do 1 sub in this game, did he? Let me have a look. I think it was 1 sub. No, 2. No, 1. Prowsey came on, didn't he, for Souček, 74 minutes. They made 4 subs, as they usually do, the opposition. So, end of the season, you don't know, do you? You don't know. Form goes out the window. Don't know what to expect in these games. I didn't think we were going to get anything. We got a point. It could have gone either way. We could have won it. They could have won it. And then, both teams up and down, really. So it's kind of, you come on to us, we come on to you. Then we kind of started off the game sitting quite deep, which fucking gets on my nerves. But we kind of forged ahead, which was good. But then we conceded that 5-minute period after the second half. We conceded so many goals in that period. So many goals we've conceded between 45 and 55, I think. That's concerning. Or at the beginning, or just before half time. So it's kind of 0-5, 40-45, or 45-50. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? So, listen, we got a point. Not really enough for both teams, to be fair. Not enough for us in terms of so many teams around us have got at least 2 games in hand over us. And kind of Liverpool lost to Everton, so they needed a win, really, at minimum. But, we didn't lose to Liverpool, so that's the main thing. Everyone who's got family in and around London, they know there's so many Liverpool fans. So, a draw is a draw. It's kind of respectable. And it is what it is, everyone. So let's see what's happening in the comments. Cosmos, it's all right, wasn't it, mate? It's all right. Pretty average, pretty up and down, pretty poor Liverpool team. If you look at the traditional Liverpool teams that come to London Stadium, isn't it, Cosmos? Not quite up there, are they? So was that something we missed, or was it to get a win? It's just been that kind of thing since January, isn't it, mate? But I'll take a draw, mate. I'll take a draw. Well, is it? Well, until it's mathematically impossible, it's But yeah, you're right, mate. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Listen, we got a draw. We got a draw. But yeah, I mean, West Ham, Liverpool, and atmosphere should usually be a bit more than that than it was certainly in the first half. And a lot to do with that is obviously, yeah, we sit quite deep, don't we? Invite the pressure on. That's kind of our style, and we got to draw out of it. It is what it is. I don't agree with it, but who the fuck am I in it? That's kind of me, mate. That's me. Ben's in the house. Benny boy. Oh, mate. Yeah, that's it. That's it, matey. Oh, mate. Hello, Maple Inn lad, you naughty boy, how you doing? You found some time, mate? You found some. This is the busiest man in the world, mate. He's probably in the van right now. Hope you're doing good, lad. Afternoon. Yeah, he was kind of a bit quiet, wasn't he, Paquet? I didn't see much from him, mate. Didn't see much. Wazim's in the house. Yeah, just take the point, mate. Take the point. I mean, I'm so nasty. Even if we'd lost, it didn't mean anything. Even if we win, yeah, it would have been nice, but would it mean we're really into Europe? I don't know. Draw? I don't know, mate. Draw or loss don't mean much to me these days, apart from holding face against your friend Liverpool family and friends, mate, which a lot of them in London are. So that's the only positive for me. But yeah, point doesn't change the world, does it, mate? Yeah. Two teams that I don't know what's going on with them, mate. They had one or two, obviously Nunes, Salah on the bench. And then Klopp's mind is all over the place. It was a bit weird. I mean, anything could have happened, mate. There was a couple of shots from them, hit the post, and then they could have scored, and then we could have had one or two bit more, and then Paqueta was a bit quiet. Weird game, wasn't it? Weird game, everyone. And maybe the draw's the right result. Early kickoffs are a bit like that, aren't they? I think Liverpool obviously played in the middle of the week. So just one of those things. I'll take a draw, but does it change my world? No. Does it change our season? No. But it's a draw. It's a draw. Yeah. I can't wait, mate. I cannot wait. It's been a hard 2 years in the league for me. Struggle. And I'm really looking forward to... I don't want any drama even with the new manager coming in, but it looks like it's going to be a drama. It's fucking EastEnders, isn't it? With Sullivan, what he's doing, he's deliberately trying to test the waters, wind you guys up, and go for Lopetegui, whatever his fucking name is. To that's who he wants, but obviously I think there's been a negative sort of response from the media and people like us, and I kind of... what might happen is he's testing the waters. A bit like Joey Barton. Do you remember he wanted to sign Joey Barton? Then the West Ham fans' backlash was no way, mate. And then he backtracked. I think it might be that case where he wants the Lopetegui, whoever his name is, in, but he's seen the backlash. He's going to back down. And I reckon we might come back in for Ruben, because the one thing that's kind of helping us against getting Ruben Amorim in is how many other top clubs could he go to? I think at the moment it's just between us and Bayern Munich. But Newcastle are coming into it, I think, because Eddie Howe's future's up and down in the summer. He could be released, Eddie Howe. I'm not sure. Apart from that, I think Man United are going to stick with Den Haag. Even it's up to them if they want. It looks like they might give him another start of next season. But there's not many big clubs that need a manager, so that's kind of working for us. And it looks like Ruben Amorim, by meeting Sullivan halfway through his season, and it's obvious that Sporting Lisbon fans knew about it, that he's on the way out. So I think he's on the way out. He's going to be going to a new club, and there's only so many clubs that he wants, because he's quite touted as one of the best coaches, up and coming names out there. That's kind of positive. Clause is 12-13 million, everyone. For me, I think it's payable. It's doable in instalments. But I think Sporting Lisbon paid 20 million to get Ruben Amorim out of SC Braga when he'd only coached them for 13 games. That's how highly they rated him. I want a young manager. I want a young manager, dynamic manager, plays good football manager, just coming into his peak, or closer to becoming his peak. I don't want an old manager. That Lopetegui, whatever his name is, I think he would have been good 10 years ago. He would have been good 10 years ago, and we always getting things cheap, which is a bit late. Like Pellegrini, he came 5, 6, 7, 8 years too late because they're cheap. We were after Rafa Benitez 3 years ago. It's too late. It's too late. And we need someone who's young, full of enthusiasm on and off the pitch, rub itself on the fans and the players, dynamic coaching, future thinking, different formations, not scared to make changes. That's kind of what I want at West Ham. And they're out there, mate. They're out there, those managers. I'm sure they are. Yeah, Ben Klopp's mentally is all over the place, isn't he? Fighting with these players and just lost it a bit at the end. Oh, Kloppy. He's lost it, isn't he? Okay, I mean, it's up to him. I mean, the thing is, no one's touched him. He's been available since the season started. He's been available since the season started. No one's touched him. That's not a good sign. We'll see what happens. But going back to him, Loppy Togo, whatever, I don't know what his fucking name is. But yeah, so listen, he managed, 12 weeks for Real Madrid, manager of Spain, manager for Wolves for a bit. But I think it's just 10 years too late even to consider him. We did interview Fonseca. I don't mind Fonseca because I like young managers, coaching managers. Even though he's young, he's got a lot of experience. He's been around a lot of clubs. I think we interviewed Fonseca 2018. I'm not sure. I think we did. I don't know what happened there. Didn't really have much of a playing career from what I remember. Nor did that loopy guy, and nor did Amorim, so it doesn't really matter. I think the thing with Sullivan is he likes people that managed in the Premiership and boring and safe and they're not working. That's his two biggest criteria. Are you available? Because I don't have to pay compensation for you, and have you managed in the Premiership? That's the only fucking thing he looks at. But when you look at people like Klopp, Mourinho, Wenger, they never managed in the Premiership before they came, and they're one of the biggest trophy-winning managers around last 10, 20 years, and for me, the biggest thing that I look at is the playing philosophy of the manager. What does he believe in? What's his thought? What way does he want to play football? What's he thinking? Is it attacking football, creative football, brave football? That's the number one thing I like, and the energy coming from the manager. And how much does he want to manage West Ham? How much does he know about West Ham? How much enthusiasm does he show in the interview? You throw questions at him in terms of transfers, how much knowledge you got of the market, what different formations do you play, how do you change it if this happened. Those are all the questions I would ask, and that means more to me. Trophies will come. Listen, these managers, obviously outside the Premiership, they're going to win trophies because the leagues are quite weak. Sporting Lisbon are about to win the second league in a row against Benfica, so that's good. I think he's won the domestic cup as well, Super Cup in their country. So that kind of is okay. But for me, it's more about the personality. Is he the right fit? Am I getting the right chemistry? It's the same thing, I do in job interviews. Within the first minute, you know which way this interview is going to go, whether you want to work for them, there's a chemistry in the room. I've interviewed some of the biggest companies in the world, and some of them are like, fucking, I want to work for you, mate. Fucking bit of an arse, bit of a weird environment, a bit weird, a bit stuck up. Like, yeah, you come to us, but when you come to us, you got to mold yourself into a certain robot to work for us. Fuck you, mate. You get that kind of vibe in an interview, whereas some interviews, they want you, they know what you can bring to the company, and that's the company that gets the best out of anyone and me anyway. Someone who knows a bit about you, appreciates your skill set, wants you to bring that to the company, teach the rest of them, grow with them, that kind of thing. Whereas some people interview like, oh yeah, tell me a situation like that. Fuck off, mate. Been in the game 20, 30 years and know what that's all about. It's more about the cultural fit, the personality fit, and kind of your, even away from work, away from football, what's your family life like, what you're into, what's your interests. These are really interesting things. That's how you interview people, really. So we'll see what happens. Ben, not for me. There's just something about him, mate. I think there's something about him like Potter. Potter for me is a blank personality. He wouldn't really excite me or motivate me to do anything, mate. I don't even think he has a footballing, playing, stamp, culture, identity, mate. I don't think he has. Whereas with Almiron, the boy just excites me, mate. He's got something about him, a spark, and he'll be good in the next years to come, But Tuchel, not for me, because he's turned us down a couple of times already, mate, which isn't a good sign. And yeah, not for me. Is he really plays lovely, great football, does he? I'm not sure. It's just something about him. He's not the right fit. He's a good manager, but like I said, and Tottenham proved, if you just go for the two managers that stats-wise are the most highest win percentages, most trophies, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a right fit for your club. I mean, Spurs proved it. They got two of the best coaches in the world record-wise, which was Conte and Mourinho, and there was a complete shit show. No fit either. But what I like about Daniel Levy is how proactive it is. He changes it quickly. He don't give a fuck about paying compensation. He got Nuno, is he sacked him after 9-10 games. Nuno wasn't a good fit for a big club, from Wolves to Spurs, but he knew it. It's really hard to get the right manager, don't get me wrong. It's fucking hard. But when you click, the right chemistry, there's managers there, but they're made for certain clubs. You have to work out who they are. That's kind of what it's all about, mate. Yep, very deep, Clive. Yeah, I mean, it didn't help the atmosphere, did it, Clive? First half, it was like, my son was there, he said, fucking hell, mate, you can hear Nolan, like, screaming very clearly around the ground. I could hear a couple of fans shouting and echoing around the ground, so not very good, mate. Not very good when you can kind of hear that. Yeah, Blin. Don't believe too many of these other channel gossips and inside information and their ITK. We know who the ITKs are. I mean, I've got a lot of respect for ex-employee Dave Walker. I kind of good friends with him. I respect him a lot. One of my sort of most favourable and likeable people I kind of have in and around the West Ham media circuit, really. But some of the other lot out there, mate, just take it with a pinch of salt, whatever you say. I mean, Sean's all right. Claire and you, rest in peace, you. But yeah, he's all right. He knows a few people inside. But yeah, there's gonna be lots of stories, mate. We don't know what's gone on. They had a meeting, and we don't know if they've had a fight or they didn't agree or disagree. We don't know that. He's been interviewed as part of the process, Blin, and all that happens is you only get feedback at the end after they've said yes or no to everyone. You go to an interview, say it was the first interview, you met them, they met you, you said some things, they said some things, you walked away with some things in your mind, how you think it went, but you don't know what West Ham thought. So West Ham will not tell anyone what they thought of Amorim in the interview, and Amorim respectively will not say anything until West Ham have chosen their manager. Because usually what might happen might be interview number 2. So you will have interview 1 with as many as 7 to 10 candidates. Then you will shortlist maybe, 3 for the second stage, and then you give it to someone. So don't believe any of those that what's gone on. I mean, I'm not saying something ain't going to come out of it, but I think it's just private and confidential at this stage in terms of what West Ham are thinking from that meeting, and kind of vice versa. Same with Lopetegui, whatever. It's all kind of okay. There's rumours that we've been speaking to Lopetegui all fucking season. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's the kind of thing, mate. Could have been anything, mate. Could have been anything. I mean, they could have won it. We could have won it. It was just that kind of game, innit, mate? That kind of game. I thought we get 4 points. I thought we get 3 from Palace. No, 3 from 3 from Luton and one from Palace was my prediction. 4. That's what I thought before the Palace game. So we've got 1, and then beat Luton, and we're there, aren't we, mate? We're there, mate. The thing with Luton is, mate, they go for it. They really, really go for it. They don't sit back. Nor does a lot of clubs. We probably play this way. We're about the only team in the league that play this way. This defensive, this kind of tactics, holding back, playing deep, low block, call it what you want. Looking back, I think we're probably, I don't know if Sheffield United do a bit of that. That's about it, isn't it? In the whole, even Luton go for it, and maybe that's been a little bit of their story while they're close to going down. But they've been brave, mate. They're giving it. Even Burnley, isn't it? They don't stop either. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's what it's all about, mate. But yeah, I mean, man of the match. Who the fuck is man of the match? I don't know, mate. I hate doing man of the match. I hate doing player ratings. It's just that kind of season. It's topsy-turvy. There's no sort of nothing fluid in terms of even Liverpool or West Ham. It's been that kind of season. It's been 3-3, 4-3. It's been a mad season, isn't it? 5, 6, 7 goals in every fucking game. No one's got any defence. Even when you look at Liverpool and Man City, you all do your fancy football leagues. How many fucking clean sheets do you get? I think Arsenal are the only ones that pick up a fair bit. The rest of them is just fucking anyone can beat anyone. It's a fucking circus out there. You've seen the way even Chelsea been playing. I don't know West Ham, Chelsea, what's going to happen. Is it going to be 10-10 and cut with Palmer scoring all 9? Their defence is a fucking open tap. Our boys are getting old. They're fucking struggling. Need the crutches. St John's ambulance at the touchline, mate. But it's that kind of season. It's hard to predict, and whatever happens, and then sometimes VAR decides the outcome of the game or the referee. It's kind of a bit of that, isn't it, mate? But what about that talking point where Areola dropped the ball and started looking at his fucking football boots? I thought that's pretty stupid of Areola. I think the ball was live, and Getko, whatever his name is, he should have put the ball in the fucking net. That was a goal. I don't know what you guys think in the chat, but when looking, as far as I know, that ball is live, and I don't know what the fuck Areola's doing. Spinning it and just leaving it there, looking down on the fucking floor for worms. I don't know, mate. That was a bit weird. Cosmos, naughty Cosmos. Amorim. I want Ruben Amorim. I covered him in November 2022, didn't I? I did that show, which is on my channel. You can look for it. I like him. Yeah, he's young. He's got a high stock. He's highly recommended, highly valued. I've spoken to a couple of Sporting Lisbon season ticket holders. They think he's better than Mourinho, hands down, no problem. I like it. I like the football, the formation. I did that show how he plays this 3-4-3, and it changes in the game. Like, I love that. That is so exciting as a player and a fan to watch that. Depending on how the game's going and who we're playing, it'll change it 4, 5, 6 times in the game. I love that. I love a young coach. I love someone who's a good communicator. He's strong. He's enthusiastic. He wants control of as many things as he can in and around the club. Young people. Nothing to do with anyone who's 40, 50 or whatever, but getting a young coach in, it's different. It's good. It's new ideas. It's kind of motivational for him. He wants to do well. He hasn't obviously got there. He's only started out 2, 3, 4 years ago, right? So the ambition is there. He's hungry for ambition, and that can only help the club he joins. People like Lopetegui and Pellegrini and fucking Moisey, they're really old and got those old ideas. It's hard to teach them a new trick and things like that. It just doesn't work for you. These other guys are used to working with sporting director models. Don't give a shit, do they? And them being kind of less than average players in their career makes them even more enthusiastic to kind of hit the headlines, hit the high limits in terms of a manager, isn't it? Most good managers were very average players, weren't they? Wenger and all those guys. They were Mourinho hardly fucking did anything, so that's the kind of thing. That's why people like Gerrard, Lampard, they're fucking shit managers. Most good players are fucking shit managers, most of them. I mean, Pep was a half decent player, I get that, but generally they're not. So, Amorim for me, I was hoping that Carrick would come along a bit more, Cosmos, this season. I had high hopes for Carrick, I still do. I like his footballing philosophy. I like the way he carries himself. He's a gentleman, respectable. I like the way, and he was like as a player. You never hear any stories about him going clubbing and fucking shagging 2 birds in the hotel room and sniffing cocaine. Whatever. You never heard that from, did you? So, for me, we'll see how Carrick does the following season. I'll keep one eye on him. Fonseca, I mean, he's all right. I mean, long as he's young. I mean, Fonseca's got a lot of experience. I wouldn't mind giving him a go. I wouldn't mind. I mean, although he's made most of his good success, kind of Shakhtar Donetsk, which is a very poor league, and then Lille in France, and that one Will Still, whatever. I'm not sure about him, mate. I'm not sure about Will Still, whatever his name is. He's very young. The team are 10th, 11th in the French league, which ain't all that great for me. I'm not sure about him, and I'm pretty certain Sullivan will no way even interview him. Too much of a risk for Sullivan. So those are a couple of names from me, mate. Yeah, I think I think Man United are looking at him, mate, but I don't know how old he is. But he's decent, mate. But obviously we need that new striker, whether it's Solanke, Tony, or someone else. If Paqueta goes, we need to replace him. We need to replace the back four. We've got a lot of work to do in the window, mate. Yeah, why not? Why not? What a player he is, mate. What a player. And I was saying about him that Declan Rice goes, I don't give a fuck about him. I didn't get that that feeling with him, that bonding with Rice. But with Bowen, I get it. And if Bowen went next 2 years, he'll go with my blessing, and I'll always be thankful to him, and I'll always hold him in high regard. I don't get that. I don't get that warmth with Rice. I get it with Bowen. He's I don't know with him. Fuck off. He can fuck off his eye. I can't be arsed with him. I like Kudos. It's just some humans, some characters. You get that positive vibe. I mean, listen, they're going to leave our club anyway. You don't expect them to do Trevor Brooking play a fucking 15, 10 years. Yeah, everyone's going to go, but you know the players you bond with, don't you? You know the ones who leave and keep coming back, and you see them in and around the ground, and people that you love. You get that bonding with them. You get lovable rogues like Repka and people like that, right? There's players that played many more games than Repka for many more seasons than Repka, but once they fucked off, haven't they? You haven't got that bonding with them. I get it with Bowen. I get it with a bit Kudos and one or two other players around our team, but Declan, yeah, not with him, mate. Not with him. Goodbye, mate. Yeah, he had a lot to do, didn't he? He had a few things to do, didn't he? Couple of times there, mate. Communication again with Areola. I mean, I nearly smashed into Emerson, wasn't it, for one of them? I just wish Areola and Fabianski are more commanding. They come out a bit more, or they certainly communicate to the defenders whether they're coming for it. They're not. I see a lot of mix-ups there, mate. A lot of mix-ups. They're both wonderful shop stoppers, but in terms of communication, commanding the box, coming out at the right time, or coming out further enough when they should, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Yeah, he's a good lad, hard-working, isn't he, mate? Yeah, I know, that's what it is, mate. I'm going to sneeze in a minute, I think. Hay fever's hit me last couple of days, isn't it? Yeah, Bowen can play any of those 2-3 front positions, doesn't it? Like Danny Dyer was saying, he can play up front. He's got nearly 20 goals, strong on the wing, both-footed, I think, carry the ball, very strong, rarely gets injured. He should be in there, mate. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle, Tommy, till the end of the season, mate. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. They're getting tired, mate. They're getting tired. What I don't like about this Arsenal team is the fucking dives they do. Between Havertz and Saka, especially if they're not winning in the game, they're fucking awful, mate. Rolling around, fucking cheating. Why doesn't VAR flag up diving by these four so-called super clubs and get them fucking booked and fucking sent off? Why is that the only thing in football that's not punished? But you kick a football away 10 centimetres, you fucking got a yellow card. Is that more serious or fucking diving to get penalty? Fucking cheating. Havertz is a number one fucking cunt in doing that. And Saka's after him. And the other thing that fucks me off about modern football is the laughing and giggling in a tunnel before a game. The shaking hands, the fucking hugging. And then there was a game where Arsenal fucking lost. Saka's been diving the whole fucking game. And then all these little England buddies from the opposition giving him a cuddle as he's fucking crying. Fuck off, mate. Get out of here. You fucking off. Fuck off. I don't want to fucking shake any of those Arsenal fans' hands. Piss off, man. I don't give a fuck about them. It's me moaning in it. Yeah, that's the what happens, mate. Not really looked into, was he? Not really looked into. There's so many managers out there, mate, and it takes a long time to kind of look at them. But once the short list gets shorter, then we might do more and more shows, mate, really. We'll see how it goes. But the good thing is that by seeing or interviewing two people already, the club at last recognised that as soon as the last game is finished, the Luton game, we hopefully within a week, a maximum week, that manager will be named and he is in the office and we're ready to hit the window straight away. We cannot afford to officially wait until David Moyes' contract ends. I don't know what is it, 30th of June or something like that. Can't do any of that shit. And I think the club can't be that thick. I think they're going to announce that Moyes is leaving before the Luton game. I think they've got to do that. Officially, they've got to tell everyone Moyes is leaving so that if you guys want to fucking applaud him in the final game, you can. I'll throw fucking eggs at him, but that's just me being very nasty, I suppose. But yeah, so I think the club have got to officially... and I think Moyes knows deep down. I think he knows You won't pull that stunt in interviews where he thinks there's a contract waiting to be discussed, that it's been out there for me to sign since January. I can't believe that. And I think by, obviously, the media, everyone fucking knows that Almiron went to see West Ham, that we've been speaking to Lopetegui fucking for many, many weeks and months. So I think it's coming very soon, I think, from the statement from the club, that they want to thank David Moyes on record for the trophy, for the wonderful. He's made us more stable, stronger. We've had some good times with him, and David has decided, with the wishes of the club, to go on a different venture, and we thank him and he thanks us. It's going to be that kind of thing. So we were never going to sack him. It's kind of a amicable kind of breaking up. Contracts finished, which we've done to a couple of people, haven't we? So I think that statement's coming soon, and I think they'll do some kind of thank you. I think Luton on the pitch, they might give them a little trophy. I don't know. It happens sometimes. I don't know. So I think I can see that happening, everyone. If it doesn't, then the club's fucked. That's totally stupid. What record is that, mate? Yeah. Oh, for the goals, you mean, in the season? Do you reckon? Up and down, innit? Up and down, innit? Up and down. We've won a few games. Don't know how we won them with no possession. Then we got thumped a few. Up and down, mate. Up and down, I reckon. It's a very poor league, though. Very, very poor league, this one. And looks like not qualifying for Europe through the league, it's not a good show. Because no one wants that 7th, 8th spot. Newcastle all over the place. Chelsea all over the place. Man United fucking all over the place. Brighton all over the place. It was a good time to cement that 7th, 6th spot, I reckon. And we fucked it up. We fucked it up, mate, like Spurs. I don't even watch those, mate. Absolutely embarrassing, isn't it, mate? Absolutely embarrassing. Nando's, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, mate, down under, are you? Good lad. You watched that West Ham channel down under? Ryan Kingsley does it, didn't he? I met him when he came down UK a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I think we need to do a bit more of that, though. We need to roll around a bit more like Paqueta, then we get the free kick. It shouldn't be that way, but it's the only way the VAR officials. Antonio, how many free kicks he doesn't get in the like Leverkusen game? Absolute joke, mate. Yeah, mate, that's what I think, mate. Yeah, you don't know what motivates them, do you? I know they're professionals. They should be. I think the Leverkusen defeats hurt them, because obviously I think we wanted to go for that. And we would have won. William, we would have... I am stick to my guns. We had a more of a positive manager and a better transfer window in January. We would have beaten Leverkusen over 2 legs. I'll stick to my feeling on that, mate. Hello, mate. Yeah, we'll take that, innit? We'll take the draw, mate. Yeah, it's all been a bit of that, mate. Yeah, Calvin Phillips. Good lad. Oh, you're the Rangers. Oh, Blue. You used to come on a long time ago, didn't you, mate? Yeah, I remember you now. We started off in the Europa, wasn't it, 2 years ago? Hope you're doing good, mate. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm going to close it off. I need to do some gardening again. I was away in Amsterdam for work. I'm back today. I ain't bothered about any other thing. Put my headphones on, listen to some Spotify and all that, and then cut some grass and all that, and then I'll be back on with the Last Word show tomorrow. But I've got some exciting plans for the channel. Thinking about doing some different things, moving to a new platform, changing the graphics a bit. Certainly try to bring back a weekly live evening chat show if I can, and grab some people on the channel. So like I said, share, subscribe, send me a message on Twitter if you ever want to be on the channel. But I'm thinking of bringing those live channel sort of calls and things back to the channel. I'm thinking of something like that in the middle of the week, and other things in history. I need to do it. I keep saying I need to change it a little bit. So keep an eye on that. And you guys have a lovely Saturday. Drink plenty of rum, mate. And that's it. Blin, thank you for joining in, my man. Get back in your van and get working, you lad. Do some work. Take care, everyone. God bless you. Take care. Have a lovely Saturday.